For problem number 3, again, listing our LCD and our restrictions, the first thing we have to do is we have to factor the denominators. So x minus 3 times x plus 2 is that denominator, and here we have an x plus 2 times an x plus 2. So I got a phone call there. I'm not sure where I left off, but we factored both denominators, and so therefore our lowest common denominator we can see we need an x minus 3 in there. We need an x plus 2 in there. And so that takes care of those denominators. But then this denominator here, we've got two x plus 2's. So they don't go into just one x plus 2, so we need to make sure we add another x plus 2 in there. So now we have our lowest common denominator. Our restrictions are whatever makes these denominators equal to 0. So x is not allowed to equal 3 or negative 2. And now we take our first fraction and we multiply top and bottom by whatever factor in the denominator is missing, and that we can see we need an x plus 2 top and bottom. All right, and then we have minus 4 times, and this is a lot of work, I understand, but nevertheless, when you show every step, you'll make less mistakes. This second denominator is missing an x minus 3. So we need to multiply both top and bottom by x minus 3. Now, so we can see we're going to take our 5x and we're going to multiply it by x plus 2, and 5x times x plus 2, we're going to go ahead and write that, 5x times x plus 2, and then we're going to subtract, in this other numerator, it's 4 times x minus 3. Now, I hate to rewrite the denominator every time, so I'm just going to do like dot, 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 okay? And then we're going to combine, we're going to get rid of the parentheses in the numerator by distributing here. At first, we're going to distribute the 5x. 5x times x is 5x squared. 5x times 2 is 10x. And then over here, we have a negative 4 times x. That's a negative 4x. And then we have a negative 4 times a negative 3. That's a positive 12. And again, over dot, dot, dot. That's our denominator. And then we have, we need to combine like terms. We have 5x squared. And then we have a 10x minus 4x. That's a plus 6x. And then we have a plus 12 all over again, dot, dot, dot. Now, if we factor the numerator, let's see, does that factor? I really don't know. I'm not sure if it factors or not. But if it does factor, it's going to be 5x times x. And then a little mental math here, it's going to be 3 and 4, 6 and 2. That is not going to factor. 12 and 1, not going to factor. So we don't need to factor that, so we just need to rewrite the denominator, x minus 3 times x plus 2 times x plus 2. I really am not seeing how that numerator is going to factor. So I'm pausing here because I'm doubting myself, because normally these, when you factor that, then it's going to cancel. But no, I mean, if it's a 4 and a 3, that's 15 and 4, that's not going to make 6. 4 and a 3 there, that's a 20 and a 3, that's not going to make 6. And then 12 and 1, 12 and 5, no, not going to do it. So that means that I usually put a box around, and the box is red, so stay consistent with that. So that means that as ugly as it is, that's the answer.